and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Tail Hub powered by Priority TV. My name is Faye, and today is the day that the Lord has made. And we're going to be talking about sex surrogacy. I heard that terminology and I just thought to myself, what does this really mean? Does someone pay another person to have sex with them? Or how does it work? What are the rudiments with sex surrogacy? I'm joined today by a family life coach. And I had to go source for her because, they're like the perfect people to really tell us what this entails and what we should expect. Perhaps one or two of you are looking at hiring a sex surrogate sometime soon. Stay tuned, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, the discussion continues. Or kickstarts, by the way. My name is Sophie, and this is the Tail Hub, powered by Priority TV. See you soon.
The Tail Hub is proudly sponsored by Urban Fleet app, a platform where you can rent, list, and make good revenue on your vehicles.
Okay, as I said earlier, we have a family life coach. Her name is Coach Benny. I actually attended one of your classes. It is super duper nice to have you here on set today. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. Thank you.
You look amazing, really chill. But I'm sure when you start speaking those words, you're like, okay, she caught me off guard. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm very, very
And
well.
how is the family life counseling going?
Very well. Very well.
Eye-opening.
Yes. It's what I love to do. And so, just like you said, I'm a bit calm now, but when we start talking about that topic, I might lose it.
Please don't lose it. Let's stay calm on set today. Or we can lose it much later.
Yeah.
One thing that comes to mind before we even go into sex surrogacy, that's divorce, many of the reasons, or one of the reasons will be that I'm being sex starved. I have listened to friends, gone for programs, and you hear, okay, this couple hasn't had sex for 6 months, for 2 years, and we're living in the same house. How and why does that happen?
Okay, so sex is a big deal in marriage. Like I'll say to anyone,
Yes.
sex is a big deal in marriage, and
Just marriage?
in relationship.
Okay. I don't have to clarify. Okay, so
In marriage and relationship, so if and when it is not, because it's a vital part of relationship, so when it is not done properly, it has that capacity
to break.
The relationship, because we are sexual beings.
Sensual beings.
Yes, and so it is what it is. So if by the time you have couple in relationship or marriage relationship, and they are beginning to disconnect when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
So that's a major breakdown, and it's it's just that sex is just that knot that ties
together,
that binds the.
But why?
So
Why does it happen?
a lot of things, because yes, I know it's an act, it's a physical act, but the truth is it starts with the mind.
Yeah.
It starts with emotions. So I will always say that apart from sex, the very main thing that holds marriage together is friendship. So when you start losing
the essence
of friendship, there's a disconnect, and when there's a disconnect, there's no how you will be attracted to
the other person,
to want to touch or to want to be touched. You understand? So that's what happens when you feel like this person, when you get too familiar with yourself.
They call that see finish.
Yes, it's a lot of see finish. You become too familiar, or you just get carried away by, for those of us that live in Lagos, we know how
the hustle, you're up at 4 a.m.
You're up at 4 a.m.
You can't get a quickie done.
You just want to hit the road. You just want to hit the road. And then by the time you go through the traffic and everything and you get back, the next thing you just want to do is sleep.
Yeah.
So making a relationship work, making marriage work, it requires a lot of intentionality, and this includes your sexual, relationship and satisfaction and everything. Every aspect of it requires a lot of intentionality. So it means that sometimes even when you're not in the mood or when you're too tired, but you know that this thing is very, very important.
And your partner needs it at that
Your
point.
partner needs it. Your relationship needs it. You will go, out of your way to do it, to make it work.
But
So that's it.
Okay, so my second question right now would be, is sex surrogacy the answer? I was going through when I was trying to read up on the whole idea behind sex surrogacy, and they said, you have a sex therapist, you have the sex surrogates, and then you have the partner, or you have the client, basically.
Yes.
And when that happens, there are different models that go in how you need to touch and satisfy yourself as a human being, which I find very funny, because then how do you do that? And the sex therapist has no hold on what happens between the surrogate and the client. So I'm thinking, if two people are married, and the husband says, okay, you know what, I want to go for a sex surrogate, and the sex surrogate is female, and they end up having sex, how does that help the marriage?
So, I need you for you to be able, okay, first of all, when you talk about what sex surrogacy is all about, okay, so the truth is, it's a service, it is a professional service. And
I find that hard to believe. How is that professional?
It is a professional service, and this means that it cannot be done just by anybody. So, for you to be able to understand the concept, then you need to take it from that angle to say, okay, I am getting a professional service.
I'm speaking like a layman.
Yes, definitely. So that's why I'm coming from a professional angle, so that we can balance things out. So now I need you to step out of the layman shoe, and understand from that aspect to say, okay, I'm consulting a professional. So it is for individuals, it is for couples, it is for people that just want to know more about sex. Hands-on. Don't just tell me the theories. You understand? So the sex therapist might just end up with a theory to say, okay, this is it, touch here.
What does the sex therapist tell you to do?
Okay, so the sex therapist, will make you understand sex, give you the theory to say this is your body, this is the body, this is generally called the penis, this is the vulva. This, I hope we can go that route.
Of course.
Okay.
No, we're hands on there. No, we go all out on sex.
Okay, so this is the vulva, this is the vagina, this is the clitoris. So, but for the sex surrogates, first of all, you are doing a personalized consultation. So, which means that this person will be working with you as a sex coach for you to be able to help you.
I'm sorry. When you say sex coach, because what I read, they are practically, there was a particular story I read, and the guy said he was already in a relationship with someone, and I mean, relationship is an open relationship, and he practically stated that I change my sheets every day. When I hear I change my sheets every day, what comes to mind? I don't need to say it now, but something is definitely going down. So for me, it's like, is that not like, permit me to use the word, I mean, are you not paying for sex when you do that?
You're paying for, so that's where, see, your layman, your morality is fighting the professionalism in this service. I still need you to look at it from that point. This person is a professional. It means that this person goes beyond being just a sex therapist. It means that this person is available to practicalize it.
So my question is, how do they practicalize this? I'm all out. I'm literally
practicalize it. It means that if it gets to a point where this person needs to show you how you need to experience,
you're smiling.
Tell us what you need to
How to
explain
climax.
how to climax, how to the person, if it requires that this person has to do it, this person will have to have sex with you. So that's why it's a professional service. It is an exclusive service.
I'm sorry, like I can't shut my mouth.
But it is what it is, Faye. It is what it is. It is available. People are paying for this services. Of course, it doesn't
pay for this in Nigeria.
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
So give me a gauge between, like, say, a range of 1 to 10. How is sex? I mean, the percentage right now, or like the number over 10 in Nigeria. Where would you put Nigeria at the moment?
When we're not, just like you are having difficulty understanding the whole concept. Do you understand? We still have a lot of people, but believe you me, a very good percentage of Nigerians are getting to know about sex surrogacy
and engaging in services.
With the level of breakdown in relationship, the roles and all that. So so people are in that place of, rather than just picking different partners and experimenting with different people, I would rather engage the help of a coach in the name of trying to.
I'm going to hold you. Now that you said engage a coach, you engage a coach and then you fall in love with the coach. We go on a short break and then when we return, we talk about that. Engaging the coach and then you're like, oh, I think I fell in love with Mike, or I think I fell in love with Austin. We'll go on a break right now, and then when we return, the discussion continues. Stay tuned. It is still the Till Hub, powered by Priority TV.
Find great choices of automotives on the Urban Fleet app. Get it on your Google Play Store and iOS stores, or visit www.urbanfleet.biz.
Welcome back to the Tail Hub, powered by Priority TV. We're still talking sex surrogacy. Now, Coach Benny, before we went on that break, you talked about, why people employ services of a sex surrogate. And I said, okay, so you employ a sex surrogate, the service of a sex surrogate, and then you start to develop feelings. There was another article I read where the guy said, look, people come on board. I have them. I try to teach them all that. And I start having feelings for them. Now, does that go against I know you probably have like an oath that you swear to. Does that go against the oath, or is that to be expected? And, how does a sex surrogate manage that? Because, sorry to say, you're with a partner right now, the partner has like maybe 6 things in the top 10. And then you meet somebody who has like 8, and so how does that work?
Okay, so developing feelings for your clients, it happens.
Have you developed feelings first? I mean, I know you're married and all, but maybe before you got married, did that ever happen?
Well, no. But
guy's lucky.
Yes, he is, because I pride myself to say I'm very disciplined. It's not by power, really.
It's not
by power because, of course, there have been a lot of advances, people,
as expected.
Yeah, as expected. So, so let's say that it is not peculiar to this industry. Let me put it, because this is an industry on its own. So, yes, and of course, the person we're talking about, the surrogates we're talking about, is human.
Blood flowing through blood,
they have emotions, they have feelings and all. So this is going to happen. This is expected to happen.
Yeah.
But then, as a professional, we always have, ethics. You have regulations.
Yeah.
That's why you have, when you are, even as a coach, as a family life coach, you have those things stated out in your coaching agreement to say, these are the boundaries. You can call me at this time. You can do this. They are not just there for just writing.
But you should make. But you make exceptions sometimes.
No. Well, yes, definitely. We have cases of emergency. I have a client have called me before at 1-something a.m. She was having a crisis. I didn't go out, but I had to be there. Howbeit it was online and all that. But there are cases like that where you have to, that this thing is genuine, this person needs your help, and you have to be there. Definitely. But those rules, those guidelines are supposed to help you. Because if you don't plan, if you don't put measures in place, you definitely
just
fall.
mess up.
You know, like they say, if you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. You know, so that's it. I think that's it. So anyone is discipline basically.
It's gonna be tough
and then being open. You know, such person should have a partner. Do you understand? And that's why, you know, you remember at the beginning, you are supposed to have the sex expert there. That person is supposed to be your partner. You know, your accountability partner, watching you, you know, knowing.
But is the sex therapist with them throughout like the program, or there's something with the sex therapist, then you move on to the sex surrogate and then the client?
It could be either way. Okay. It could be either way. Depends on the arrangement. Their agreements, you know, between them. Do you understand? So it could be either way.
So take for instance, I want to become a sex surrogate, or somebody here wants to become a sex surrogate. You know, is there I see somebody behind the scenes raising his hands. So is there like a particular age for you to, a legal age for you to sign up to become a sex surrogate? And do you have to take courses? How do you get certifications for that?
Definitely, there's a legal age. You can't. You definitely have to be above, you know, the 18 years. I might not have all the information, but I know that you have to be an adult to be able to practice that. And then I think there are other things that you also have to, your character, you know, you have courses that you must take. You have certification.
What exactly?
Sex courses. Do you understand? You need maybe trainings on the mind, because this involves a lot of mind work. Do you understand? Trainings on, because as a sex surrogate, you are a trainer. So you need to be trained first before you now start training
another person.
Another person. So definitely certifications, definitely some other things that you need to do to be able to qualify to be a sex surrogate. Yes.
Okay, so you know, we mentioned earlier in the show talking about divorce and then, you know, being sex starved. You know, so what if it is a matter of, and this is just me thinking about outside the box. What if it's a matter of not being sex starved, but a higher demand for sex? Does sex surrogacy also come into play when it comes to that? So you're a partner who likes sex maybe 20%, and then you have a partner who likes sex like 220%.
Okay.
You know, and then there's a demand for it, and obviously it's not healthy because there may be tears, and you're probably not in the mood, and the person just wants to force it way through. How do you manage such situation?
Okay, so I'll also take you back to what I said before. Is sex surrogate is actually a coach.
Yes.
So which means that as a coach, part of your duty is to have a goal at the beginning. So there's you don't just say, okay, this person is here for the service, and then you jump into it. No, there'll be a plan.
Yeah.
There'll be a goal stated out. What do you want to achieve
at the end of it?
So as a family life coach, if someone comes to me for business coaching, and I definitely would decline, because I am not a business coach. Yeah. Do you understand? If someone comes to me for parenting, to an extent, I might be able to handle it, but it gets to a point where I make a referral. What am I trying to say? If it is a case of, you know, having, heightened sex drive, then definitely that is not the person that you need. Do you understand? Or maybe the person should, you know, get a sex, worker or something. Do you understand?
Are you legalizing sex work or sex? So, are you legalizing sex work at the moment? I mean, you have heightened sex drive. So, are you saying? So you just said so she better just employ the services of a sex worker. Is it a problem to have a heightened sex drive?
No, it's not a problem. But I'm not legalizing that. All I'm just saying is the person should look another way rather than expecting
another way, like where?
Well, another way, whichever way, wherever the person can get that is
I'm sorry.
satisfaction.
I don't like that. I don't like that answer, please. Another way can be very damaging. Can we spell it out? Where?
Get help.
From who?
Get help from the
Please
sex
don't get
therapist.
help from a sex
Learn
worker.
how to manage. Learn how to manage that drive. Do you understand?
How do
Learn
you
to-
manage the drive?
There are ways to do it. You can get a toy. You can get toys to help. You can, other things. There are better ways rather than,
Okay.
rather
Sex
than,
toys, but
yes, sex toys. Do you understand? So rather than putting the pressure on another person, do you understand? But this thing, I feel actually it's about discipline,
Yeah.
self-mastery. Do you understand? So the person has heightened sex drive. Just look for ways to be able to manage it rather than, poking and jumping from here to there. But like I said before, a sex surrogate is a professional.
Yeah.
And as a professional, a lot of things, there are guiding rules. There's supposed to be a plan to say what are we working on. So as a family life coach, when I am reached, so there's a plan. We'll talk about it. What exactly do you want to achieve? Because it is not about me. It is
But
not
about
about my courses. It's not about the plans that I have. It's about you. It's about the client.
Mhm.
It's about what the client wants to achieve.
Mhm.
So once this is spelled out, it helps both parties. You are able to set goals. You are able to monitor progress
Yeah.
to say, okay, I have contacted this person. I have paid this person for this.
And this is what I expect
And
of
this
it,
is
yeah.
what I expect. So there's a clear cut, expectation which should, be guarded. This
Yeah.
we should be, we should work with him rather than, when he now gets to you're liking this person, or I'm enjoying this person. Oh, I didn't know this person is that good and all that.
Okay. Okay. We go on another break. And when we return, I mean, you said people who, for me, top of my head, who need sex surrogacy. I'm looking at people with disabilities because I read that online. That can be a peculiar case. Like, how does one get sexually satisfied when you have, disabilities? So we go on a break. We'll just pay some respect to our partners, to our sponsors on the show. Keep it locked. It's still the Tail Hub, powered by Priority TV. See you soon.
The Tail Hub is proudly sponsored by Urban Fleet app, a platform where you can rent, list, and make good revenue on your vehicles.
Okay, so we're talking about, people with disabilities, I'm trying to sound empathetic at the moment. I know that everybody requires that sex satisfaction. Have you ever spoken to such people, and how were you able to tell them, okay, you know what, you can get what other people are getting? Imagine somebody without legs, without hands, so how do you make it work?
So unfortunately, personally, I haven't worked with such a person. But, yes, but then, just like you said, it's to be able to say to this person, okay, what I'll just do is just refer the person to a sex therapist. Do you understand? To say, how do we help this person?
Yeah.
This is what this person needs. How do we? And I'm sure that sex therapist will be able to say, okay, you know what, these are the things that you need to do to be able to achieve all these things, to be able to pleasure yourself. And that's where, toys come in. How to
You keep mentioning toys a lot. There was a coach I had earlier on the show, and it was an outright no. Like, no way, you should know your sex. It makes you expect so much.
Oh, really?
From your partner. So you have so much, confidence in satisfaction in sex than your partner. So it's interesting to hear from another, coach who says, you know what, go all out with sex toys. So you don't think it poses some sort of danger?
No, because I believe that everything that was created for a purpose.
Was sex toys created by a creator?
It wasn't.
So
also is a chair you're sitting on. It wasn't created.
Yeah, but now we're talking about sex.
No. I'll take it from there. Do you understand? So everything that was created for a purpose, and it's actually a solution to a problem. Do you understand?
So sex toys are what type of solution?
God gave us trees. We thought of creating chairs, bed, and all sorts that we could do. So God has given us fiber, and people are making different things. And this is it's a solution. It's a solution to high libido, in complaints and marriage and all that. It's solution to, for some singles, a solution to promiscuity, having multiple partners, or not even or burning.
The way you said the burning,
burning, like the Bible called, like the way the Bible said it. If you're burning, some people are burning. Some, So I feel it is a solution in some way. Not, so that can be enjoyed rather than having multiple partners. Getting exposed to the STDs and all, the breakfast serving up and down. Some people just decide, you know what? I think I heard something like that like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember where exactly, that says one of the most loyal things on earth are your sex toys. They're not cheating. You're not.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember.
I've heard that before. Like they will never cheat on you. Your sex toys are where you keep them.
Where you keep them. Do you understand? So some people are of that school of thought. Or feel, you know what, I can't deal with another partner right now. You know what, I'll just keep my sex toy. They're doing a good job, and
but in a situation where your partner is not satisfying you, do you keep using the sex toys?
You can start using sex toys, but I always encourage or advise that you need to have that conversation first
with your partner.
Do you understand? Have that conversation, because some partners see sex toys as
a threat,
as rivals,
especially the men.
Yes, so you need to have that conversation. Are you cool with it? Can I go ahead with it? Make them. Some people will take it. It will be outright, oh yes, let's try it, and some people will be, oh no. So if you're getting oh no, maybe you should just give some times. Do you understand? Let's see, talk about the advantages, and sell from that angle, and maybe with time, maybe the person will come around. But I feel like to an extent, I feel like sex toys is saving some marriages. And that's the truth. Yeah.
So now, as a life coach, I know that you have counseled people from different angles, and I really want to take it from, because I think what is rampant right now is divorce rate. I'm seeing it like north, south, east, west, everywhere. Why? I don't even want to package my language, but why? And I keep reading comments and people say, may my marriage last in Jesus' name. You see this couple and then in 3 months, it's like, it's done. What are the cases, and how do we link that to sex? Like, what are the sexual cases for that? Before you answer that question, because I know you need to wrap your head, we go on a short break, and then when we return, the discussion continues. Keep it locked.
Find great choices of automotives on the Urban Fleet app. Get it on your Google Play Store and iOS stores, or visit www.urbanfleet.biz.
Thank you to our sponsors, Urban Fleet app. Remember to download on the Google and iOS stores. So back to Coach Benny. We're talking about divorce rate, on the high right now. You're a life coach, and I'm sure you've seen this on a daily. What is happening? Is there a demon somewhere around saying rates for marriage right now, they're just going to last for 3 months and that's it, or 3 years? Like, what is happening?
Okay, so...
And I need to ask you that because, you're a life coach. So tell us.
So I think a lot of things come to mind. Divorce rate is on the rise.
It's crazy. It's skyrocketing.
Yes, it's on the rise, and it's crazy. A lot of things, actually, that I will consider the cost. First will be our lifestyle. Our lifestyle. Now we live in a very fast world, but I can tell you that marriage requires patience.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that patience we do not have. So I see Um, I see an older couple who's been married for 30, 40 years. I see their beautiful pictures and you see hashtag relationship goal. I want to be like that and all that. You see the perfect guy and all that. So that's a high expectation that most of the people now do not have patience for. So that's not, so the same way we have quick this, quick that, quick. We want a beautiful marriage quickly.
Or we're not ready to put in the work.
We're not ready to put in the work. That's one. Two, that the social media is not helping us. Social media, because the truth is, even before now, there have been cases of divorce.
Yeah.
People are always divorced. People are always upset, So yes, it's looking like, it's more pronounced now, but the truth is, it's just because we see it more now on social media. That's one aspect of social media. The second aspect of social media is the Me Too syndrome. Me Too. So I say this because things happen in relationship, and you see, for instance, you see, a man hits his wife, that's abuse, right? And you see a guy who is just being nice and just want to, maybe hug or tap or. So the moment he lifts his hand,
you feel like he wants to.
And so the next thing, you take a picture and say, Me Too. He raised his hand at one point. Raised his hand to do what?
Word.
Because you have seen this many times. Many times. Do you understand? So you just feel then people become paranoid. Paranoid to the point of even causing a fight, initiating a fight, before anything happens. So sometimes the partner is wondering, but I haven't done this. I haven't said it. But since you're walking the way that man walked. You understand? So we need to be careful what we're taking in, because at the end of the day, whatever we're taking in, we become. Do you understand? We become. And so this affects all aspects of life. So what if you're taking, if this is all that you see on social media, the dooms, the bad news, the breakups, that's the right thing. Some people, that's what they're looking out for.
Sure.
Oh, I said it. Oh, I knew it.
I knew they would break up.
Oh, I saw it coming. Do you understand? There's a popular celebrity who just got engaged, and she posted her fiance. They just got engaged and all that. Can you imagine? There is no problem yet, but people have started digging out things that should cause a breakup.
I saw that.
So these are the things. These are the things. And also, you have the issue of feminism. Sometimes I'm a woman, yes. Yeah. Sometimes I want to ask my fellow gender to say, what is going on? What are we fighting over? What is it? I remember there was a case that happened between me and my husband at one point in time, and of course he came and said, the man of the house, you do what I said to him, sincerely, guys, I knelt down and I said, guy, I am not fighting for your role. So I can't take it. The end of the family, please take it. I know my place. I want to stay there. I want to remain there. I do not want to be the head. I do not want to show that I am a superwoman. I can, whatever you're doing, I can do it. No, I'm not interested. So I see a lot of this. We need to be able to. There's a fine thin line between that feminism, thing and trying to prove a point. There's no point to prove. There's no point to prove. God has, as the master planner, as the designer of marriage.
Yeah.
He assigned roles.
Mm.
Assigning role does not mean that your role is less than that of another person. It's just for order. He's a God of order. So he says, everybody be in this class, all right, but let's have a class captain. Let's have a timekeeper. Let's have this, let's have this. So if we realize that we are a team and everyone is playing their own part to make the team work, do you understand? To make things work, it will be easier. There won't be comparison, there won't be competition, there won't be criticism to say,
and high expectations.
And high expectations. So these are a few things that I feel that we need to check ourselves to see. And there's also loss of friendship. We're too busy.
We get married and then we just
we get married and we just feel like everything should just we're married, right? So it should just go like that now. Everything should marriage requires a lot of work. A lot of work. Marriage requires a lot of intentionality. You're working, your husband is working, you must be able to create time. Intentional time. In fact, it becomes worse sometimes. You need to intentionally create time and timetable for sex. You must. Forget it. See, all this spontaneous sex and everything, sometimes it is overrated. Take it from me.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Timetable for sex?
For sex, yes.
Okay.
Because you're busy. I'm telling you, I have clients that are executives. Both of them are executives. They're traveling, they're in places, they have meeting. Somebody has to be in meeting till 2 a.m. Somebody has to be in meeting by 5 a.m. It means that the person that has to be in meeting for 2 a.m. has to sleep, is sleeping late, and the other person has to sleep early in order to wake up at 5 a.m. You need to come together and say, guy, how are we going to catch up?
That's a big deal.
Yes, but I'm saying this, because these are the things that I've had to deal with in counseling, with people. Do you understand? But the news flying out there makes it look like, once you get married, spontaneous anywhere in the kitchen. Sometimes it will happen that way.
Other times you need to
say, guy, next weekend, me and you, we're going to clear the schedule.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And we're going to go to
a resort center.
And you know what we're going to do? Just
sex. Okay.
Eat sex. When we come back on Monday, everybody goes back. So you need to realize that sometimes this is the reality of how things are. But high expectations, and people are not coming out to say the truth.
Yeah, it's just the deceit on the ground.
Do you understand the deceit, the generalization of, this is how it's, this is how it must be. But the question is this going to work in your home? Is this going to work for you? So the marriage is between you and your partner. Yeah. Forget about what other people are doing there. How is it going to work for you? Yeah. How are we going to make it work?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah, so intentionality. Make it what works for you. Design it to
make it
unique. Do you understand? That's it. Because it is just you and you. It is you and your husband. It can never be.
Are you listening? It is me and you, babe.
Do you understand? It is you and your husband. The fact that I'm also a woman and I'm married to Sammy does not mean that whatever works for me is going to work for you. No.
Yeah.
It has to be something that will work for you and your husband. Yeah. And you stay that way. Sometimes it is you who is the busy one and he is the available one. Yeah. That is how it is.
Yeah.
Forget about what everybody's saying, it's the woman that has to. It's the man that has to. This is where we create the confusion, and this is how we set the standards. I don't even know. I need to know who is setting the standard.
We need to hold your thought there because we need to go on the break, and then when we return, we wrap up the discussion for today. Keep it locked. It's still the Tail Hub.
The Tail Hub is proudly sponsored by Urban Fleet app, a platform where you can rent, list, and make good revenue on your vehicles.
Still on to the Tail Hub powered by Priority TV. My name is Faye, and we have Coach Benny with us. So we're still talking about the high cases or the high rates of divorce. You know, and just let's just wrap up with that. You know,
So like I said
so
before,
moves. I mean, for me, it's like way forward. What do we do?
way forward is just understand that marriage is not what is being painted on social media.
Yeah.
You need to calm down and understand.
Relax your body.
Relax. we need to calm down and understand that marriage is not what is painted.
Yeah.
We need to calm down and reduce expectations. High expectations are some of the things that are, crashing, marriages. That's 2, 3. Be more intentional about your marriage. Be very, 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 very intentional about your marriage. That's 3. 4. Own your marriage with your full chest. Own it.
Be proud of it.
Be proud of it. Give it what it takes. Know that this is me and this person
Till the end.
and do what you can to make it work. Don't be quick to want to jump out. Don't be quick to want to say I have another option, because the truth is, if you in your mind, the mind is so powerful. If once you know that you have an option, you definitely will keep looking that way. But if you tell yourself that I don't have an option, this thing has to work, of course, in the right situation.
Yes.
If you keep doing it, you see yourself doing all that you can to make it work. Yes.
Interesting. Love your line of thoughts, by the way.
Thank you.
I hope you had fun with us on today's episode of The Tail Hub, powered by Priority TV. Thank you so much, Coach Benny, for being with us. She's a life coach, so if you're struggling with several things in your marriages, in your relationships, no holds barred. If you think you're attracted to another female, if you're a guy attracted to another male, I should tell you that she's the right person to talk to. I've been in her classes and amazing, amazing, amazing words of wisdom. Thank you so much again for being on set with us.
Thank you.
So we come your way on another episode of The Tail Hub. Remember to stay safe. Please stay safe. This world is not smiling. I always say something, bird by Bimbo Ademoye. Hello, beautiful people of this wicked world. But now we're saying bye, beautiful people of this very wicked world. Till I come your way again, it is bye for now.
Do you believe in sex surrogacy? It's twisted, and in the long run, it actually leads to end of the marriage. And it depends on your partner. I feel at the level of the maturity both partners have, it might work for some people. But personally, I feel as a couple, if you have issues with sexual activity, it's better for you to get preferences or opt for other solutions than getting this sexual surrogacy. It can actually mess up the whole thing. So it's a no for